Students, we are discussing on pavement material and characterization. Previously, we have seen what is bitumen, what is asphalt, what is tar. Those are the different bituminous material. Today, we will discuss about emulsion. Now, what is emulsion? A liquid product obtained by vigorously stirring up a mixture of two unmixable liquid is called as a emulsion. An emulsion is a two-phase system that consisting of two immixable liquid, the one being dispersed as a fine globules in the other. Usually, bitumen or a refined tar is broken up into fine globules and kept in suspension in water. A small portion of an emulsifier is used to facilitate the formation of dispersion and to keep the globules of bitumen or the refined tar of dispersed binder in a suspension. The function of emulsifier is to form protective layer around the globules of binder resisting the coalescence of the globules. The emulsion contains 40 to 60% of the bitumen or tar. The average diameter of globules of bitumen portion is about 2 micron. The emulsion contains 40 to 60% of the bitumen or the tar. Emulsions used for road construction generally have the penetration value from 190 to 320. When the emulsion is applied on the road, it breaks down and the binder starts binding the aggregate through the full binding power develops slowly as and when the water evaporates. The first sign of breakdown is change in color from chocolate brown to black. If emulsion breaks rapidly, the emulsion is said to be a rapid set quality. If emulsion which do not break contact with the stone but break during mixing are medium set grades, and when the special types of emulsifying agent are used to make emulsion stable, they are called as a slow setting grades. The manufactured emulsion are stored in airtight drum. There are few advantage and few disadvantage of emulsion, and those are the advantage of the emulsions are they eliminate costly plant which is otherwise required for heating the bituminous material. The second advantage is they can be quickly applied and are extremely useful for patchwork and the repair work. The road surface can be quickly opened to the traffic, and just after 2 to 3 hours of the construction, like after the construction. The fourth is the work progress is very fast, but obviously as lime required for heating bituminous material can be saved. The fifth and the last advantage, we can say that emulsion can be used in all weather. Even during the rains, we can use the emulsion to resurfacing or to provide a proper to construct a proper binder surface. During the rain season too, we can use the emulsifiers or emulsion in the bituminous mix. So these are the advantage of emulsions. With all these pros of emulsions, there are some cons of emulsions too. So the disadvantage of these emulsions are, as the bitumen content is less in the emulsion, it does not give as good as result as asphalt and tar. They require bitumen of higher penetration. They involve extra cost in their production and the transportation. Also, they are not suitable for large scale of construction work of bituminous road. So these are the disadvantage of emulsions too. Now, after understanding the emulsion, next topic is modified bitumen. Now, what is modified bitumen? A heavy roofing material employing multiple layers of asphalt and reinforcers around a core or a plastic or rubber modifiers. If we talk about the application of modified bitumen, since a bituminous mix prepared with a modified bitumen has a higher stiffness modulus, enhanced fatigue life, better resistance to creep, and higher indirect tensile strength. It is suitable as a wearing course, binder course, and overlay material on the surfaces which are correct or subjected to the heavy traffic. Modified binders are also used for application like stress absorbing membranes for sealing of cracks, stress absorbing membrane interlayer for delaying the reflection cracking, and porous asphalt and the stone matrix asphalt. Modified bitumen performs better than conventional bitumen in the situations where the aggregates are prone to stripping due to their better creep resistance property. They can also be used at busy intersections, bridge decks, and roundabouts for increased life of the surfacing. There are few advantages of modified bitumens. Those are, it has lower susceptibility to daily and seasonal temperature variation. It has also high resistance to deformation at the high pavement temperature. They have better age resistance properties. They have higher fatigue life for mixes. Also better adhesion between aggregate and binder. They can be used as a prevention of cracking and reflective cracking also. So these are the advantage of modified bitumen. With that, we have different modified bitumens, or we can say we have different modifiers as we used for to prepare a modified bitumen, and those are CRMB, which is called as a crumb rubber modified bitumen. The next is NRMB, natural rubber modified bitumen, and the PMB, polymer modified bitumen. These three are the modifiers we generally used for the pavement construction. Now there are a few requirements why we require this kind of modifiers, because they are very compatible with bitumen. They resist degradation of bitumen at mixing temperature. They are capable of being processed by conventional mixing and laying machinery. Uh, Modifiers are required to produce coating viscosity at application temperature, also to maintain the premium properties during the storage, and also during application and in services. It is required also to make to uh, required to make it cost effective on the life cycle, like kind of economic, to make the mixture economic. These modifiers are required. So modified bitumens are generally recommended for the roads with a heavy traffic and located in the extreme climate areas. The selection of the type of modified bitumen will be based on the climatic condition, traffic performances, reports, and life cycle cost analysis. The selection criteria for grade of modified bitumen shall be based on the atmospheric temperature, uh, the softest recommendation or softest recommended grades are PMB 120, NRMB 120, CRMB 50, which shall be used for cold climatic areas, wherein PMB 70, NRMB 70, and CRMB 55 are the grades which are used for moderate climate condition, and PMB 14, NRMB 14, and CRMB 60 are used for hot climate areas and the heavy traffic condition. The specific grade shall be chosen on the basis of minimum and maximum atmospheric temperature in the region as indicated. So this is all about the modified bitumen. Next, we will work on the quality control and quality assurance plan for the highway. Those are the kind of taste on bitumen. So whatever the kind of bitumen material you are using, there should be some quality control, there should be some quality assurance. So now we will work on quality control and quality assurance. Those are the taste on bitumen, and this listed test has to be performed on the bitumen, and those are the penetration test, viscosity test, softening point test, floating test, ductility test, flash and fire point test, specific gravity test, solubility test, and water content test. So these are the list of tests which has to be performed on the bitumen. So we are starting with the first one, that is penetration test. The first test is penetration test. The penetration test is to determine the hardness or the softness of the bitumen by measuring the depth in which a standard loaded needle will penetrate vertically in 5 seconds. Also, this test is to be performed to determine the penetration grade of bitumen which is to be used for the road construction. It gives the choice to select the grade of bitumen according to the climatic condition of area where the road is to be constructed. Consistency of a bitumen material is expressed as the distance 1/10 of mm, that is millimeter, that a standard needle vertically penetrates a sample under the standard condition of load, time, and temperature. The penetration value is largely influenced by any inaccuracy as regarded or as regards pouring temperature, the size of needle, the weight placed on the needle, and the test temperature. So here mentioned standard test conditions are the temperature, the test temperature, that should be 25 degrees Celsius. The load of the needle or the load on the needle is 100 grams, and time in which the penetration are recorded, that is for 5 seconds. Here in the figure you can see there is a needle. Okay, the specimen should be kept over here and the penetration will be carried out. for 5 seconds. Okay, the penetration values of bitumen varies from 20 to 225. The 3040 and 8000 grade bitumens are more commonly used, that depending on the construction type and the climatic condition. Now this 8000 and 3040 grade, what it means, that 8000 and 3040 grade bitumen, that means that the penetration value of the bitumen is in the range of 80 to 100 or 30 to 40 at standard test condition. So this is what about the penetration test. In here you can see in this figure that at the initial stage, that needle is to be kept on the surface of the bitumen. After that, for the 5 second of time, this needle is to be released in the bitumen for 5 seconds with applying load of 100 grams, and in this 5 second, the whatever depth it gets penetrate, that should be measured, and that is the actual penetration value, and according to that you will get the penetration grade, and that on the basis of that penetration grade you can say at which range the penetration value of the bitumen is you are getting under the standard test condition, which is already mentioned over here. I hope guys you all get the thorough information about penetration test. We will discuss further test in the next lecture. Thank you.